I didn't think he was capable.
It's
An
like
underrated actor of our generation.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
We are live, boys.
We're live.
We're live.
Well, it's a good thing they know how good my new hairstyle will be.
Happy Pride Month.
They
Happy
do know
Pride
now.
Month, everybody.
Yeah, happy Pride Month.
You know what's funny is I had to go and remake a couple of people's tokens after the chapter switch over because a couple of people have some new gear from having leveled up. And the thing is on Hero Forge they put like a big huge like pride rainbow in it. So like
So we all have pride flags?
So no, so like only Magmar does because everybody else's I was able to kind of crop out. But like in Magmar, I did a pretty good job on yours too. If you look in, you can just barely see it kind of peeking in through the corner, but it just looks really really out of place. So I was like, I did as best as I could. I'm sorry, what was that, Mike?
Can Magmar become enraged during Pride Month?
Absolutely.
The reactions will hit.
But yeah, no. So there's like, and, you know, like you wouldn't even know it's a rainbow, but now that I've told you that it is, like it's totally you can't not see it. Like it's in the top left hand corner of your token. It bothers the shit out of me. I'm gonna have to remake it again after Pride Month's over. And nothing against the community or anything either. It just kind of looks out of place.
Yeah, that shit has no place here, right?
I mean, for Magmar for sure. I mean, you know, Magmar would never.
Magmar's an ally for sure.
Magmar is an ally, but he's.
I mean, like that's the thing about like dwarves in D&D. It's like the gender lines are kind of close together on them. I mean, like their ladies grow beards and stuff. They're all pretty masculine.
They them ladies.
Well, I suppose when Kyle returns, then we will go ahead and get started.
So what's the story for what's his name? Fuck, Johnny
Cash Fiddlefinger?
Yeah, is he just in a coma from blue balls?
No, so Johnny Cash actually, we'll get there. We'll get there momentarily, but just for the posterity's sake, Reader isn't dead or anything. He's just in New York, which means that he will be dead soon. So,
New York City.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's California where all this shit is going down.
He just as well.
Yeah, no, they fucking deployed the. You know what's really funny is like we end up somehow talking about like a current day situation like in all these like the beginning of these videos. So it's like we're all like super dating these. So it's like yeah, no, they just deployed the Marines in LA today. That's cool.
I thought they couldn't do that. I thought Governor Newsom had to request that. I thought.
Yeah, that's the thing is they did. That is true. Newsom didn't request them though.
Yeah,
I'm tired of all this big government. I'm glad Sharky is not run that way.
Yeah, no, they're running in a way worse way actually.
Damn, Mike, what are you gearing up to play some Wii Sports? You've been.
He's setting up a VR setup right now.
He's on the floor, bro.
He's limbering up.
Hey, yeah, I can beat you on some Mario Kart Wii. I'll hit you.
Bro, let's go. Classic.
I kick ass in that bowling now. Just let me be the bald black dude with the goatee.
Oh, black dude. Do you know what's frustrating? Like a Wii is still like you would think it'd be super cheap, you know, but it's not. Like
it's got that big fat Nintendo in on the front of it. It'll never depreciate.
I
still got my red one.
Like I love to play Wii Mario Kart. Like
buying
or some shit, but it's fucking like what the hell.
Buying a Nintendo product is like buying a Honda. It's just like it's never gonna depreciate in price.
Like
The
it still
tariff
sticks
on it
around,
now.
no matter what you think. Bro, like
All
I got
right.
a Nintendo 64. I kept thinking, like,
Oh yeah, no, you could probably make a G off of that. you got gold in them Nar Hills, boy.
When I first started playing video games, I didn't know Nintendo's had a save pack. I was just starting over every time. That bitch would be
Oh
on for
God.
days. My room would be so hot.
Bro, hold on. Sorry, Trey, just to interrupt one more time.
Oh no,
Me
you're
and my
good.
brother, we used to rent the PlayStation 2 like right when it came out from Video Warehouse, and
Like the
they would-
console?
Rent system?
You
like
could
the,
do that?
the whole console, yeah,
I didn't know you could do that.
yeah.
I didn't know
And
either.
it was, this was
No,
like right when it
rights
came
only
out. But,
thing.
like, they wouldn't give you a like a memory card, so like we would rent games and like we couldn't save it. So like it's like Mike said, like we would fucking just keep the console on, like
Yep,
play all night.
radios.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I had to do the same thing. I got my first PlayStation 1 when I was like probably 7 or 8. My only PlayStation 1. And they didn't buy me a memory card because they just didn't understand that that's like what you needed to have a memory card in order to, you know. So like I ended up just having to get like really fucking good at the games that I played, and I'd have to beat them in one sitting. Like I played the fuck out of like Spider-Man on the PlayStation 1. That was
a classic.
Yeah, that was a good one. Speaking of Spider-Man, I think we should go ahead and get started. So, last time on Dragon Ball Z, we are finally making our way into the outskirts of the city of Starkey. We've kind of gone through like an agricultural town, and last time we left off, we got into a tiny little bar fight. Wasn't much of a fight. Magmar just kind of knocked the dude out for saying some racist shit at the bar. We learned about kind of the plight of the goblins that have been displaced from the fog, which is now gone, but they're all stuck in their indentured servitude contract for the next 5 to 10 years.
But they're pretty happy about it, right?
No, they're fucking stoked. And we went and we stopped by the blacksmith. We got a couple of things done. Ignotus got his case. This is enchanted, and they are now known as the Mother Cluckers.
Oh,
and
nice,
so they're a little bit more powerful, and they've got a little bit of a unique effect on them. Maybe we'll see that sometime this episode. Maybe not. Who knows? I don't know the future. Kinzo got his glaive enhanced. It is now glaive +1. Guardian got a short sword +1. And he took a good swing with it, and his first roll was a crit. So maybe that's signs of things to come. But anyway, that is where we find ourselves on this episode of Dragon Ball Z.
So what does +1 mean?
It means you get a +1 on every roll. Alrighty. Should all be loading in now. We should all kind of start populating here. So, while everybody's loading in, basically what you guys all come out and see, y'all have all taken, a step out of the blacksmith shop here, and you see Johnny Cash Fiddlefinger. He is fiddlefingering up a storm out here, and he's playing guitar. He's switching instruments. He's got little demons floating around him playing music. And there's like a small crowd that's kind of gathered out here, and people are starting to hoop and holler. Even one of the guards is in on it, and they're like, "Woo, woo, yeah! This is some of the craziest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. Woo, woo, yeah!" And he's like, "Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I'd hate to leave you. So I won't. Hey everybody, my name is Johnny Cash Fiddlefinger, and y'all go on without me this session." I need to make some money for Mr. Satan anyways. Y'all are good. These are my people.
Alright, bet.
All right. So you kind of look around, and you're just kind of like in the what would be like kind of like the central part of this town. There's like you see like a park in front of you, with seating. There's kind of an important looking building on your left here. There's a temple up the road, and you know, just kind of all around you, you know, farmland as far as the eye can see. What do we do?
Could I pick this guard's pocket?
Jesus.
Oh yeah, you could certainly try.
I was gonna ask the guard what the building is, so maybe he's distracted.
Okay, yeah. So like he says, he's like, hey, how you doing? You not enjoying the show?
No, I've had enough of Johnny Fiddlefinger. Hopefully he stays over there for the time being.
He says, oh, well, yeah, I guess if you know, I saw you walking with him. I guess if he's, you know, traveling with you, I mean, I guess listening to the same song on repeat over and over again can't get too, you know, can kind of get on your nerves, huh?
Yeah, definitely. I kind of hope he just kind of fucking dies from exhaustion over there.
He says, well, you know, he looks pretty lively up there. I mean, look at him go. He's dancing. And like you look over there, and Johnny Cash is doing like that Cossack dance when he's like. Then everyone's like, "Wow, look at that!" And then Glimmer says, "Oh, wait a minute! Oh my God, he's gonna crank that Soldier Boy!"
Jesus. So what is this building, guard?
It says, "Oh, this is the council chambers."
Ah, the council chambers. Are they open to the public? Can they come in?
No, they're only really open, you know, during the bi-weekly meetings.
Oh, okay.
It's more or less just a meeting place for them. There's a janitor that kind of remains on station, you know, especially during, you know, pollen season. But no, I mean they just meet there once a week.
Okay, interesting.
Or once every other week. I'm sorry. These whole like, you know, all these little communities, they got their own stupid rules.
Yeah, you've been watching Johnny Fiddlefinger too long.
And he's like, yeah. And he's kind of, he gets over there and he's like nay-naying on everybody, and and he's like, oh yeah, no, that is in poor taste. He was like, so how can I help you, Dragonborn?
We're just strolling through. Any rumors going around town?
Well, rumors. I don't really deal in rumors, son.
All right, well.
And Magmar, are you picking this guy's pocket?
Can I try to? Yes. Could I
Yeah. Yep. You need to roll me a 12. You'll do so at advantage. Sleight of hand. All right.
Word.
You're kind of like wiggling around in this guy's pockets, and like TBH, he doesn't really have nothing on him, but you.
That's a bar.
But I tell you what, because I like to reward funny behavior. You find 10 gold.
Nice.
And he is none the wiser. Yeah, you get it. You put the maxes in your pocket and split.
All right, boys, where are we going?
What windows we can look in? Hey, when's the next meeting? Guard.
He's like, oh man, they just had a meeting like it was like last Wednesday, so it won't be this Wednesday, but it'll be next Wednesday.
Okay, cool. Are there any windows we can see?
There's not really any windows in the front. If there were any, you'd be able to peek inside of them. You'd already see them. But I see that Ignotus and So y'all walk up in here and they say, "Hey, welcome to the Proof Dough. What can I get for you?"
I just wanted to know, do you guys have actual sourdough? Or are you fermenting your dough, or like you just guys doing like quick yeast?
Oh, no. I mean, our starter is at least 250 years old.
Well, that's wildly impressive. What's my fellow here in Magmar will... Damn. There we go. Go up to this guy. And be like, well, what's he up to over here?
This guy over here. So, like, this guy is, like, kind of, like, walking past you as you're walking out, and he goes, "Warm bread." He's, like, holding, like, big bushels of bread in his hands, his arms. He says, "Warm bread."
I'm gonna trip him for no reason.
Make me a sleight of hand check. You'll do so at advantage. You need to roll me a 12 or higher.
Damn.
So he says, "Wow!" And then he kind of like, he turns and looks at you and goes, and he just leaves. He's getting out of here. He knows what you did.
Magmar is gonna kind of like walk.
Like in the so this guy's like, "So can I get you anything?"
Yeah, Magmar's gonna kind of like walk it off like it's all cool. And be like, yeah. Excuse me. Jesus, I don't have Russian. Y'all don't make it like you down there.
There
You guys
goes.
don't make it like they do back in geez, what's the Dwarven Protectorate? You don't make it like they do back in the Dwarven Protectorate.
Yeah, I suspect we don't. We don't put rocks in our dough.
And then I slap him.
He says.
Subs.
He says. I guess that was a little racist of me. I apologize.
And Magmar gives him a hug and like a small kiss on the cheek.
And he says, he doesn't even know that what you're doing is weird. He just like that, like, you know, when you're like by an Italian person and they start trying to kiss you on the cheek, you're like, yeah, okay, that's fine, whatever.
And then Magmar backs away and is kind of disappointed he didn't learn anything from here, but also a little bit excited that he got some actually like a good baguette.
Wait, so you taking the baguette? You didn't make a transaction.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All right, he's just like,
so
okay, I guess I'm not gonna
Magmar
stop him. Like, I'm not trying to start some shit with this guy.
Yeah, no.
He's nuts. He's got mood swings like a motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Listen, you know.
Hey DM,
Magmar is crazy.
Uh-huh.
I want to try to get into this building through this window.
Oh, where are you?
There's a lot of beds for a council chamber.
Oh yeah. How is there not a window there? That's so weird. There's no walls on that side. I'm a fucking dipshit. Or wait, what? Yeah, so here's the deal. I didn't make this map. I stole this one. So that was weird. And for all intents and purposes, yeah, no, there's a bunch of beds and shit back there. That is kind of weird.
Can I get in?
Sure, if you want to. Let's say there's a window like right here.
Okay.
Oh, have
So you crawl in through a window. What do you see?
I see a piano, which
Uh-huh.
I play a little tune on, but it's not really a tune because I can't play piano. I press the keys. I see.
All right. So
sofas.
you play a. All right.
What is this scroll? Oh, that's so
Oh, that is just a. It's actually a pillow, believe it or not.
Oh. Cool. I walk down this hallway to this room, which there are more sofas. Interesting. And I'm trapped. I can't go anywhere else. It's a strange building.
Yeah, I kind of expected this building to be a little bit better laid out in this. Because it's like legitimately supposed to just be like a building, and I just thought that this was all walled off and you wouldn't be able to get in except through the front door here. But so you're kind of like you know, like in Halo 2 when you like rocket jump outside the map.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing right now.
Alright, well, I guess I'll get back out of here. I can't really do anything else.
Yeah, there's just not a whole lot going on in this room. Like, truthfully, there's like nothing in here really. And Glimmer is like, man, I can't believe you got outside the map like that.
Yeah, it had the grenade jump.
I'm gonna walk
I need
into
help
this
getting
chapel.
out, though.
Okay, oh yeah, oops. There you go.
Stuck in purgatory.
Alrighty. So, Magmar, are you chilling in the bakery still, or what did you want to move up, or? We lost him.
Probably gonna go straight up to the chapel.
I want to talk to this guy.
All right, so you walk in and like he's basically kind of like giving a sermon, and he's speaking. Oh, I didn't lose you.
No, I was listening the whole time. I'm so sorry.
Okay, perfect. All right, so you walk in, and this guy's in the middle of like delivering a sermon to these people right here. He's not speaking Common; he's actually speaking Elven.
Which
Well,
I know.
Should I move up?
What's up?
Yes, yes,
I wanna
I would
sit
like
and
to
listen.
move up.
All right, and Magmar, what were you doing?
I took a poop on the floor and then I moved up to where you guys were, I guess. Because I've had some real bad diarrhea.
You've been there, brother.
Yeah, Magmar doesn't do well in cities, I don't think.
Yeah.
They're just around like people in general,
Yeah,
like
it's like IBS. His IBS starts to work up.
Yeah.
Gets so anxious.
Magmar prefers I can't remember the name of it. Like the old ancestral diet, whatever it is.
paleo.
Yeah, there
He's
you go.
paleo.
Yeah,
He's eating just like-
he's all paleo. He just eats straight. He's like Atkins. He's like yeah, just straight eat meat.
Everybody looks over at Magmar's phone and he's watching Liver King.
Yeah,
He's like, so they're
That-
biting
that's
this
kinda what I was
ball
going
sack
to,
in
like,
half.
Yeah. Like he's real big on that.
I like to eat. It's like you only need to eat what comes out of the earth: raw meat, and nuts,
Yeah, exactly.
and seed oils.
That's like that's Magmar's like real into that too.
All right, so everybody kind of settles into a pew here, and they're listening, and we're kind of just listening to this priest. He is speaking Elvish, which I think only, let's see, who all knows Elvish here?
I don't know.
Guardian knows Elvish?
Yeah.
He better. Given the given that he is an elf.
I know 5
I
languages.
wanna lean into Magmar and say, what the fuck are you guys doing?
And so you're listening to this guy give a speech, and like, because you can understand it, you're actually starting to hear like sort of like these whispers in your head. They feel like really kind of like warm on like just like on like the front and the back of your head. It kind of like starts like a tingle. Like you're kind of having like a little bit of a spiritual experience right now. He's like speaking about like doing good works and remaining honest and maintaining a life of integrity. He follows a really, really honorable God.
Which is...
It-
Excuse me.
Notice leaving.
So, so what do we do? Do we want to just kind of like sit here and listen to the sermon for a little while, or what is our
I want to
modus
see how long
operandi
he
here?
goes.
So like it goes on for about another 15 minutes. He's basically giving like a Catholic mass to these people, and like all of a sudden like these two guys up here, they kind of like come down the aisle and they like start swinging incense, and like it smells really good in here now, and at the end of it, the Magmar is just like walking with him, I guess. Everyone's like looking at him really weird, and he's coming around. He's coming around, and he has like a small basket, and then this person right here, he drops a silver piece in there, and he says, "Bless you." And then down here, 2 silver pieces, "Bless you." 2 silver pieces, "Bless you." 2 silver pieces, "Bless you." And then he comes up to you, Guardian. What do?
I say, hello, what god do you serve?
Oh, well, I serve Tyr, my child. He is the god of justice and honesty and integrity.
What god do I serve?
So I think that's kind of ambiguous. I think you're just kind of like a follower of the light, right?
I think so, but I don't know. I think I had to pick someone, didn't I?
I don't remember. It's been so long.
No, I just had to pick a domain.
Yeah.
That was fine. All right.
So yeah, well, yeah. Maybe we just say that this is part of your character is like
Yeah.
you're kind of rudderless right now.
Yeah.
You're just kind of aimlessly following the light and doing good works.
So what does this tier do for you?
Well, he rewards the kind and the just, and those with gentle hearts.
Okay. Do you what do you think about all the goblins?
Well, I believe that we owe them a debt of gratitude. I believe that even the most lowly amongst us has a place among those beloved by Tyr.
So are all things beloved by Tyr then?
Perhaps all things, but perhaps not those who act unjustly.
Like those from Avernus?
I mean, it really depends on the actions. I mean, that's a big part of kind of Tyr's teachings, and that's, kind of how, we express our worship through our daily acts of good deeds.
Yeah. Everyone I've met from Avernus has been a scoundrel. So
Well, it is a damned place.
yeah. What do you know any gossip, anything going on around town?
Well, I believe that in about 2 weeks or so, we're going to be having our annual Cabbage Festival. I think a lot of people are very excited about that. And I know that we've got a meeting coming up next Wednesday, but I mean, honestly, not a whole lot going on around here, especially this time of year. It's just the harvest. Still no word from Longgrove though. But I mean, that crisis has been going on for about a year or so.
Yeah, I got some news for you. The fog is gone.
The fog is gone.
Yeah, so there was a fog in the woods preventing people from traveling from Longgrove to Starkey. And it's gone now.
Truly.
Yeah.
He actually sizes you up. He's like, "How did you do this?"
I never said I did it, but it's gone.
Oh, so you didn't stop it? It's gone?
Yeah, it's just gone. I don't want to take any credit for it, but it's gone. Just wanted to let you know.
He's gonna do an insight check on you. Oh wait, he doesn't have insight because he's an NPC. He is going to do a wisdom check. He needs to roll a 15 or higher. Or actually, no, make me a deception check. Make me a 13 or higher on a deception check.
I mean, it fits your character.
He kind of like looks at you and he says, "Why would you lie to me, my child?"
Oh, you don't need to know everything about the fog, but it's gone now.
Well, this is fantastic news. I'm sure you've changed a lot of lives.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know, travel should be good. If you needed to hear from Longgrove, y'all could probably send someone there.
Oh, well, far be it from me to get involved in politics. I'm just a lowly priest. My flock is here.
Would you want to come with us, priest?
No,
We're
sir.
going to Starkey, and we might need a guide.
My place is here, but I appreciate your vote of confidence.
Did you not train in the great city of Starkey?
Well, it does not matter what my history is. I have my people are here. My place is here. No one can deliver sermons or maintain the temple if I'm not here.
It just would have been nice to have a guide. We're going
Well,
to go
I tell you
the
what.
king.
Well, you said what?
Yeah, we're on the way to go tell the king about the fog.
Oh, I thought you said kill the king.
Oh, no. No, wrong character.
Wrong character.
Jesus. I was gonna say, like, this dude's just cooking up fibs over here. He says, well, I'm sure that there's plenty of tour services at the city gates. You just need to, hire one there. Those services are available, but I don't offer those services.
Okay. What services do you offer?
I attend to the poor, the needy, and the sick.
Very cool. All right. It was nice talking to you.
Thank you, my child, and go with peace. And he goes up to this person. 1 silver piece. Bless you. 1 silver piece. Bless you.
We're running out of silver.
So while Guardian was being humble, we cut to Ignotus and Magmar, and Ignotus and Magmar are being like super obnoxious with this guard, and we're explaining how we just like fucking saved the world from the.
This guard is sitting there, like, you're basically just like doing that NPC like mini game with the people in Oblivion, where you're like, is that so? That's nonsense.
Yeah.
You're good. He's just like sitting there like very stupidly, just like doing that to you guys, and he's at the end of it he says, "Don't talk such rot."
But seriously though, I want to ask him what this house is that he's guarding.
He says, "Oh, this is the the executive officer's house. Um, well, not the executive officer's house. This bi-week's executive officer's house."
Oh, okay. So there's an executive officer every 2 weeks, huh?
But yeah, so basically the way that it works, to my understanding, I don't know. I just got kind of posted up here a couple of weeks ago, but they have like a bi-weekly meeting in which they vote on the next executive officer, and during that same meeting, the executive officer ratifies bills. It's really fucking confusing, man. It's, to be honest with you, I don't understand it. But every 2 weeks, there's a new person that's in charge around here, and they live in this house for that 2 weeks.
Could I sneakily like knock him unconscious to just like search his pockets?
I
Sneakily in the city.
It's not something that I would recommend, but you can do it.
Can I ask him if I want to ask, is the officer in the house now? Can we see him?
He's like, "Oh yeah, he's in. Want me to go fetch him for you?"
Oh, could we go inside and talk?
Yeah, sure. This is open to the public.
All right, cool.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
I want to whisper to Magmar,
Yeah.
Jesus, man, fucking practice some civility.
Magmar's not used to being in civilization. He's just kind of the guard moves aside and goes in, and out pops this guy, and he's wearing kind of like a poorly fitted suit of armor. It's really rusty, and it's got a tabard on the front of it with a big C. And he says, "Hey, how's it going? What can I do for you?"
Hey, you must be the executive officer.
"Yeah, for about another week."
Oh, interesting. So, how's it going here in Common Town?
Well, things have been pretty good. I'm trying to get some stuff done, just kind of in preparation for the next, for the festival and everything. They really kind of like what I did last year, so that's kind of why they voted me in this time. So I'm pretty much all party planner right now, but that's it's a fun gig.
Okay. Well, look, we're just passing through, and we just wanted to notify whoever was in charge that the fog that was preventing movement to Long Grove has dissipated, and that's no longer an issue.
Really? How so?
Well, I don't want to get too into it, but me and this dwarf here, we basically there was this giant evil wizard. He turned into a giant house, and it's a long story, but we handled it.
The guard busts in through the doors. Is true. They told me all about it. And he says,
Magmar
"Well, go ahead."
No, I was saying Magmar at this time would be kind of like sneakily, kind of like looking under the couches and like the piano, kind of like snooping around, trying to figure out like, oh, is there somebody being weird here?
Roll me a stealth check. Roll me. This is gonna have to be tough because you're standing in a doorway with a guard and a noble, kind of like, not a noble, but like a dude who's in charge for 2 weeks. He's kind of like the mayor of this half of the month, and you're gonna need to roll me a 15 or higher. Wow, nice.
Oh,
That's pretty damn good.
Let's
Roll
go.
a 13 plus 7. All right. So so you're looking around, and really nothing of value up underneath these couches. You find some like wadded up Kleenexes.
No,
so-
but no traps.
No traps or nothing.
So we're on our way to Starkey. Have you heard any word from Starkey? Is there anything we should know on the way there?
Well, I tried not to get involved in any of that big city stuff. Down here in the country, we do things a little bit differently. But no, I've not heard a whole lot about that big city stuff.
Okay. All right. Well, Nice place you got here, man. Good luck with your festival. I guess we'll be
Hey.
on our way.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Well, if you guys are still in town, why don't you come by? In a couple of weeks, we're gonna have a lot of food, a lot of cabbage-based foods, a lot of live music. It's good. Lots of cabbage.
Yeah.
I cannot express to you how much cabbage there's about to be.
I'm just gonna fucking leave while he's talking.
All right.
Magmar, what do you think, man? You think it kind of seems fishy, man.
I can't say Magmar was necessarily impressed with what they said, but they seem fairly innocuous in a way. Like I'm not necessarily anticipating that they do anything. Magmar would be kind of consumed at this point with trying to find out more information about Clavin Brasspool. So he's kind of looking around for anyone that kind of resembles UPS.
So you kind of
Hey,
look around
he's
and like
kind of just like
kind of scope out the scene. I was just gonna say that you kind of like look around and nobody looks like that guy.
that's fair. And so then I think Magmar would kind of like probably gingerly shove Ignotus of like like what you want to question these guys, like you know, kind of in a way like a good cop bad cop thing, where like Magmar would be like a bad cop and be like, you're being too soft, you're being way too soft, my boy.
Well, I was thinking I could turn invisible. Maybe you could distract them, and I could rummage through their things. Maybe learn some things. What do you think?
I mean, if there's one thing I know that Magmar can do is like run into a building and yell and get a lot of attention. There's only one thing I know he can do for sure.
All right.
So, if you believe that will help us, then yes.
Let's try it.
Alright.
All right, go fuck them up, dude.
All right. So Ignotus is invisible, and you gotta go in there behind him, and they still haven't even like cleared out this room yet. Him and the guard are kind of like sitting there chilling, talking, and like in comes Magmar Moose Knuckle making ET noises, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And I think you've got like 30 seconds of invisibility.
Oh fuck, dude! I forgot. It doesn't last that long. I want to go through these papers here and see if I find anything of value.
So you start going through the papers, and these are like the meeting minutes, and like a lot of the meeting minutes, like a lot of the meeting minutes are people going, point of personal privilege, me and people amongst me, have problems with overstimulation. Can you please keep the background noise to a dull roar, please? Thank you. It's just like stuff like that, for the most part. Barely anything ever gets done.
Alright, well fuck. Can I do an inspection? Maybe do I sense anything with my perception?
Yeah, roll me an Arcana check.
Ooh, Arcana.
This is like the most mundane room you've ever been in your life.
Fuck, dude. I want to willingly become visible again and just appear right here in the center of the room.
And so like Magmar is sitting there like running around like throwing papers in the air. and then he poofs back into you notice poofs back into existence, and they're like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!" And it's like, "Are you people plane touched?"
I'm gonna Donkey Kong 64 like just like roll out of the room.
So like everybody kind of like turns and is now looking at Ignotus like, "What the fuck, bro?"
I'm at a loss for words, so I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use fucking thaumaturgy to make like a big poof. You know, like magicians when they do the poofs and they disappear. And then I'm just gonna leave the room.
Make me a stealth check.
Oh,
Roll me a 10 or higher. Oh, please, please.
Hold on, it's slow.
God damn it.
Nice.
So yeah, you go poof into them, you disappear. They're like, "Whoa!" And then like you scurry off. I was really hoping you were gonna make that because you were gonna do the poof and then scurry off, and they would have seen you scurry off. It just would have been funny.
All right. Well, I guess these guys are truly insignificant. All right. Shall we reconvene somewhere? Where's Guardian?
I want to go inside this building. See people.
That building right there.
Yeah.
So like that's a house.
Yeah. I want to knock on the door.
All right. So you do like a kong kong kong. He says, "Who is it?"
It's Guardian.
He opens the door and he says, "This is the Wilson residence. Can I help you?"
Yeah, I was wondering if there's anything bad going on around here y'all need help with.
Well, if oh, don't even get me started. Do not get me started. Man, I'm about to get canceled on medieval Twitter. Wait, what'd you say? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said, you talking about the cabbages? What do you mean?
And more like the green things amongst the cabbages, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I see. So what's wrong with the other green cabbages?
He like looks at you and he's like, "Oh, come on, man. I know you saw him."
Yeah. What's up with them? What's wrong?
It's like they're not from here, man. It's like they're taking away our jobs. Do you know how many people in Turd? Yeah, do you know how many people down in Turd Bottom would love to have their jobs?
I don't know. What is that? What they were doing before? Did they
say again? I couldn't hear you.
Did they replace the Turd Bottomers?
Well, no. But I mean, like, they would want their jobs.
But if they wanted it, then why weren't they already doing it?
Well, I'm not saying that they wanted them. I'm just saying they could have their jobs.
Huh. Okay.
It's like, listen, man, me and my family, we're eating dinner right now. Can I help you?
Yeah. I was wondering if y'all had any problems you needed help from, you know how Long Grove was closed down?
Yeah, no, I've not heard from my cousin in weeks.
Yeah,
months, years.
It's open now. You can hear from your cousin now. And I did it by myself. So, just letting you know, if you need any help, I'd be happy to take your money. Y'all have a good day.
He closes the door on you.
Alright.
He's like, you hear someone's like, it's another solicitor.
We're gonna talk to this guard.
There's not shit going on here.
He says,
fella.
"Good day, citizen."
What's going on around here? Anything bad?
4 o'clock of the afternoon watch and all is well.
Aside from like right now, is there anything been going on that's bad?
He says, "No, nothing going on in here. It's pretty quiet.
Okay, very cool. I'm gonna try to find Ignotus and them.
Alrighty.
Magmar.
Somebody asked why it's called Comet Town.
Hey, guard that it's just in
Magmar-
front of. What? Why is
Yes.
it called Comet Town?
He says, "Oh well, about 600 years ago, there was a comet that fell and it crash landed near here, and they say that's where they originally got the power to create the Stargate.
The Stargate? What is that?
It's the thing that the city's named after. Roll me a history check." This will be like common knowledge, so yeah. Okay, so basically, the reason the Starkey is called Starkey is because there's a big ass. Starkey is like kind of like a big, massive city, about the size of like a state, and it's like kind of like grown up in like different tiers up the edges of this like mountain, this mountain range called the Stargazer Mountains, and originally, the reason it's called Starkey is because they found this comet, and they were able to use the energy from the comet to power some machines to create the Stargate, which was basically the way that that the planet of Earth is able to go to other parts of the multiverse, right? So like there's different portals to like different planets, different planes of reality, and basically became like a massive like trade hub for like the multiverse on this planet. So that's why it's like so large and built up. So once they had exhausted all the power of this meteorite, the Comet Town's named after, they basically can kind of build up a town around it. They no longer needed it. But the Stargate is no longer active because they had to use the power of the Stargate to power the Plague Gate, which is what protects the rest of this continent from the plague up north, where all the zombies and shit are.
Okay. Cool. So where did the comet hit? Can we go see it?
He's like, there's not really anything to see anymore. It's kind of like the whole area has been kind of built up. Basically, this whole town is it.
Oh, so it wouldn't be like a big tourist attraction?
No. The big tourist attractions is the Stargate now. That's only for rich people, though.
I see. All right. Well, good talking to you.
Hey, well, thank you, citizen. All right. So everybody kind of gathers up here, and Glimmer says, he's like, well, we've kind of come to a fork of the road here, fellas. We could either keep heading into Turd Bottom, but I think it would also be important if we went by the docks, too. Because that's where Ignotus said he needed to drop off his chessboard.
Huh.
What do you guys think?
I think
Both are completely valid. I mean, that Ignotus is already 6 months late, apparently. So, I mean, like, that situation ain't going nowhere.
I think since Johnny
Magmar.
Cash wanted to go to Turd Bottom, I think we should wait because he's busy playing his instruments right now. We'll just leave him alone and come back for him.
You guys look over at Johnny Cash Fiddlefinger, and he's like doing the robot and shit. And like Kenzo's sitting there looking at him, and he's like, "Don't worry, guys, I'll keep him safe." He's like just posted up being a cool ninja.
Go to the docks, I think. Do you agree, Magmar?
Magmar would agree with the dogs, yes.
Alrighty.
Because Magmar would certainly also like to be approaching the city of Starkey in a stealth kind of manner, which would be a little bit different than what he approached most of combat to begin with. He's a little bit more hesitant.
when he's like walking around instead of just like walking around like normal, he's like walking around like fucking like Minnie the Moochers playing like wah, wah,
Sneaking behind bushes for like no reason at all.
You start dancing like Cab Calloway.
Like a fat, yeah.
Dude, have you guys ever seen Cab Calloway dance? That is that dude was drinking tons of alcohol and like doing tons of cocaine at the same damn time, and it shows.
I mean, back when cocaine was actually good.
Alrighty, well, we will start loading into the docks.
Oh, we're doing something? Could I get a 5-minute, like...
Oh, yeah, no, totally. I need to do the same thing. I'm gonna go pee-pee and poo-poo and doo-doo.
Pee-pee poo-poo time.
You won't.
Oh, man.
I just took a dump. It was great.
So at Mr. Ignotus, we are at the docks. We just decided to go there, and this is where you're turning in that chessboard.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go doo-doo and pee-pee, and I'll be right back. Back. Kyle, what is the over-under on us getting a sponsorship from Not Your Father's Root Beers?
Reach out to them. Never heard of them.
I'll reach out to them. They're wonderful.
Really fun. While you guys were away, I was just sitting here eating a pear. So Kyle, there's like a 3-minute section of your stream, just me telling you eating a pear. It's really
Change
funny.
the category to social eating real quick.
It's really funny. Like, I don't know. Elevator music.
Yeah, he was eating a pair of nuts.
Oh shit! God damn! You just critted Braden.
I waited and because I was listening the whole time. I waited, went upstairs, like held the whole thought in my brain. It was like,
You're charging that one up, dude. You're a building meter.
You delivered it very well, coming through on the video.
Y'all keep on going. I'll be back in a few minutes.
All right. Alrighty. So we are, we travel, a few hours, and it's kind of getting to like the late-ish afternoon. It's not quite nighttime yet. The sun is starting to go down, kind of over the horizon of the sea here, because apparently in this universe the sun sets in the east. and and basically you kind of like walk up here. You smell kind of like the brine coming up off the water. You feel that breeze, but there's also like kind of like an acrid sort of like shitty like shit smell that you also smell, and it smells shitty. What do you do?
All right, Magmar, I'm looking for a really creepy looking guy.
That could be anybody. I mean, honestly, like they all look creepy.
No, I think I see him. He's way over there in the blue cloak. You see him?
Yeah, so you kind of like look over, and there is like a guy in a cloak. You kind of like a green-faced dude.
That's my guy.
Oh, I see. Magmar will sneak around, probably through this tent, but like not as sneakily as he thinks he's going to. So he's gonna kind of trip over like the stakes in the ground.
Like,
sorry. And he's gonna park right here.
he's like Magmar's like looking around. He's like, perimeter's clear. Like just scanning his surroundings.
Yeah.
I want
Even though
to go up.
he really inconvenienced a bunch of people.
Guardian is gonna kind of take this opportunity to kind of like look pensively at the water, except he's not gonna go that way. He's gonna like actually go through the. I kind of forget that they just go wherever I tell them to, but so yeah, he's gonna just kind of like pensively look over this. Look over the water and the sun setting over the horizon. He's gonna contemplate life.
I want to move to the. What's this guy's name again? What did I call him? I forgot.
Ah, I'm so glad that I prepared for this. His name was Bicklebing.
Sticklebing? That's his name?
That's what you said his name was last session.
Yeah, of course. Of course his name is Sticklebing. Alright, I notice he's going to make his way to Sticklebing.
All right, Magmar, are you following in tow?
Yes.
Alrighty, I'll kind of put you over here. So like, you kind of like walk down this thing, and you see like a mage. He's a hobgoblin. He's got green skin, which is kind of weird for hobgoblins. They're usually red. And he's sitting here. He's got a box, and he's just kind of like, he looks like he's waiting for someone. He's almost kind of like half dozed off in this. It's nice and breezy out. If you stick around here long enough, you get used to the shit smell.
Yep. I just want to say, Sticklebing?
He says, what? He says, who are you?
It's me, Ignotus.
He says, Ignotus.
Yes, Ignotus, with the chessboard.
I thought you were dead. I've just been sitting here collecting a paycheck. Holy shit. What happened? Why'd you take so long?
Well, there was a fog and an evil wizard, and it added some time to my job.
It's like, hey, well, you've got me out of doing any work for like the next 3 years. So, they paid me a lot of money to sit here and wait for your ass. And I got paid by the day, so no complaints there. But you may want to have a talk with your superiors, because they've been sending me a couple of messages, and they are not too happy with you.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, hey, since I did you such a big favor, how about you cut me some of the pay you got?
It's like, oh, well, they only gave me one thing to give you.
Okay, what would they give you?
I mean, I'd rather not even get into it. I'd rather just like give you the box and leave.
Finkelbein. You can't just hand me an object and not explain what it is.
Well, first of all, it's not technically an object. It's kind of a guy.
A guy?
Yeah.
Where is the guy?
So, he opens up this chest, and inside you see kind of like a canvas bag, and it's like kind of wriggling around like this. It's about the size of a human head, and then he takes it off, and you see this guy.
What is this?
It says, hello?
Finkelping, what the fuck, man?
He's like, this is Tony. And he's like, Tony Harrison.
Okay, what am I supposed to do with this one?
Well, that was kind of part of the next part of your job. You have to deliver this guy to the king, and you are under strict instructions to put it into his hands only.
Okay.
He says,
Right.
like Tony Harrison kind of looks at you. And he says, "Oh, what's your beef?"
No beef. How's it going, Tony?
I feel a little bit sick, to be honest with you.
So is Tony just like a disembodied head, or is it a full body?
So no, Tony Harrison is. Hang on. Let me do this real quick.
What the fuck is this guy?
If you'll direct your attention to my stream, this is Tony Harrison. It's just a character I'm straight up lifting from a show.
Oh my god, what the fuck, dude?
So
it's just like a octopus head. What was it?
he's basically just like a scrotum looking head with tentacles.
Okay. Ignotus is like super uncomfortable.
He says, if you're worried about me, you don't have to carry me around. I'll come fully equipped with a papoose.
A papoose?
If you know, you can put it on your back. I'll slide in like a peanut. Of course, if you're against the papoose system, I do have a wheel. It clicks into my chin like a skate.
Alright, I'll just put on the papoose and stuff a minute.
All right, so you are now traveling with Tony Harrison. He says, "Oh, bless you, good sir. And don't worry, I don't ask for much. I'll be quiet back here.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
But if you
hey,
could,
Finkel-
though, if you could just step a little smoothly, though. I do. Most modes of transportation make me sick."
Okay, alright, yeah, just... We'll handle that in a second. Hey, Finkelping, what do you know about this chessboard? What's its deal?
Like, I don't even know what they gave me to give to you. I've been sitting with this guy for like a year almost, listening to him fucking bitch and complain and fucking talk about how the sun's making him feel sick.
What? So he complains?
Dude, he won't shut the fuck up. Why do you think I put him in the box? Now he's your problem. I'm getting out of here.
Fuck, Finkelping, come on.
He's like, listen, I'm glad for what you did for me, all right, but I really got to go.
Alright, fine.
And Tony Harrison looks over at him. He says, "How dare you? How dare you say such disgraceful things about me? You're a slag." He's like, "I've been called worse by better. See you guys later." And he actually paddles off in his little boat.
I'm gonna walk up to, where's Magmar?
Magmar like walked off the dock like real casual like the whole time. Like sneakily like over time he was like uncomfortable with the with the conversation. And so Magmar's now on this dock over here, which is where I am.
Alright.
So
I'll walk through the dock and I want to ask Tony, what's his story? What am I taking him to the king for?
he says, Oh, well, I'm a unique thinker.
Okay, care to elaborate?
I'm told I have a gift for strategy.
Strategy, huh?
Yeah.
What have you strategized in the past?
Oh, well, this one time I came up with a plan. I said to my mates, we've got to go and get the thing done. And I said, first we need to move with haste and get that thing done. And oh, hang on a minute, I can't remember. I'll remember. It was really good though. We saved the day.
Fuck, dude, I would love to have Johnny's bag of holding right now. Okay, Tony, just get in your papoose.
I'm already in there. So he's in the papoose. He's just like kind of sitting on your back, and you kind of like feel these weird tentacles kind of moving around a little bit.
I just walk up to Magmar and I'm just like not happy at all.
Bagmar is a little bit confused as he sees the dude. What is this guy? He's like a merman. He just scoots off.
Says he kind of like looks at you and he's like, hello.
Jesus, hold on. Ignotus wants to look through his spells real quick to see if he can fucking silence Tony.
Magmar would kind of be like checking around his shoulders, like thinking he was like Reznov in a way, because it's like a disembodied voice. So
he's like looking around. He's like, oh no, I'm back here. It's nice to meet you. Oh, I don't get to meet very many people anymore.
oh, yes,
Always busy with work.
Yeah, okay. And what is it you do for work, Tony?
I'm a shaman.
A shaman, huh? So you strategize?
Yes,
and
a
you're
shaman.
Okay. Alright, well, I guess I'm taking you to the king. You know what you're gonna do with the king?
I'm simply to advise him. Oh my, what, can you stop jostling like that? I think I'm gonna make sick.
I think it would be fair, since no one else literally is here, I think, like, Magmar would tell Ignotus and kind of give him a little bit of a spiel of, like, I did not trust your kin, the dragon kin, but I also cannot seek audience with King Maximilian, so...
What do you mean, why not?
I have seen visions of me with him, and all I can ask you is to, I suppose, report what you see to be.
Yeah, sure, I can do that. I think we put aside our differences, Magmar. I'm willing to help you.
All right. So as we're having this really kind of like heartwarming discussion, you notice all of a sudden, like, you know, everything's kind of like placid on this, like, you know, the side of this this dock right now. Still smells kind of shitty, but you know, kind of peaceful nonetheless. And all of a sudden, you hear a splash, and you hear kind of like, what? What happened? What happened? And all of a sudden, you just see like over here, like absolute pandemonium going on, like frothing and splashing and water just kind of like gushing up out, and there's blood kind of like flowing from the, you know, from this water all around right now, and everyone's freaking out. All of a sudden, up here, you see if something very similar happen. You see this guy right here on the side of this boat. he gets dragged under by something, and you see this pool of blood start to splash up. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna kind of evacuate everybody else for the sake of making this easy, and then we're gonna be in a fight, ladies and gentlemen. Move these guys. So, like, basically everybody just abandons their friends and they're fucking splitting. They're all hiding because I need room. And all of a sudden, everybody here is in a fight.
Being snatched back to reality.
Yeah, Guardian.
Just like Eminem.
Development.
Been thinking real hard.
Give me 5 minutes. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. That's perfect. He's pretty far down in the thingy, so we'll just go ahead and get started. Alright. So, like, all of a sudden, like complete pandemonium breaks out over these docks. People are screaming, there's people, like, disappearing under the water, people are bleeding, and we are now in a fight. And I need to put on the fight music now. Alright. First, it is going to be this guy right here that you guys can't see. He is going to go over here. Next is going to be this guy that you guys can't see. He is going to come over here. Next is going to be this guard, and he's basically just helping people get to safety. Next, it is going to be this guy right here that you guys cannot see. He's going to go over here. Next is going to be Glimmer. He looks at Guardian and he says, "Guardian, there's something under the water. What are we going to do?"
Oh, no, Glimmer.
He says, "Well, we better figure out something fast."
Yeah, let's think about it.
This
Not my
guy
turn, Glimmer.
is next.
It's not my time, bro.
He's going to give you one of these. He needs to roll a 13 or higher. A 10.
Merfolk.
He does not catch you. So basically, like, all of a sudden, like, this, like, creature bursts up out of the water. It is, like covered in scales. It's got, like, a humanoid sort of form, but it's got, like, a fish's tail. It's, like, covered in fins, and it's holding a spear. And he tries to, like, jump out and grab your ankles and try to pull you under, but just, like, the weight of your armor, he's not able to do it. And that's his bonus action. Now he is going to make an attack, and that does not hit you. All right. Next, it is going to be, where is he at? Right here. He ain't even gonna do nothing. Ignotus, you're up.
So, does Ignotus have any idea what these things are?
So, like, you kind of get a glimpse of that one, and it kind of looks like a merfolk over there. They kind of just like, make me a nature check. You're only a 12 or higher.
Yeah, okay, hold on.
And what was that? Yeah, I mean, you've heard of these guys before. Like presumably they're just like kind of like a race of people from the ocean. But that's about all you know.
Any chance my eyes and minute seeing will help me see these creatures in the water?
That is a good thought. Here's what I'm going to do. This is actually going to be really cool. I'm gonna do this.
I'm gonna run to the edge of the dock and see if I can get a better glimpse.
I'm gonna do this. Emission angle. This is one of the best ideas I've ever had. We're gonna do emission angle 25. Light radius We're gonna say 25. We're gonna say 5 dim, 25 bright, light animation type. Gonna do whatever that is. Color. Hold on, I don't like the size of that. Let's do this. Appearance, vision light. We'll go to about a 40-degree cone here.
Ooh, that's cool.
All right. So with your eyes of minute seeing, I will let you look in a direction, and you will detect what is there whenever you're looking at it.
Okay, so can I do like a full 360 thing? How do I?
Yeah. So like you'll have like so basically, we'll do it this way. Once per turn, because I'm kind of just making this up as we go. Once per turn, pick a place to look at.
All right, I want to look straight ahead. Can you do it for me? I forget how to.
Yeah, I got you. Oops, that's the wrong button. So we're gonna go straight ahead. And what you see is you see this guy underwater and this guy underwater.
Ooh, perfect. Okay, this is what I want to do. I want to use. Where's that? I want to use my breath weapon, lightning.
Okay, yeah. In fact, if you wanted to, you could scooch up a little bit too. That way you could potentially hit more people.
And what do you say to the idea that the lightning is causing more damage since they're in water?
I would say that because this is such a large body of water, that the electricity, like localized here, would probably disperse itself amongst the rest of it. But I will give you that they will take full damage no matter what.
Word, I'll take that. Okay. Let me read this because I don't know what it does, guys. You can use your action to exhale destructive energy. Your draconic ancestry determines the size, shape, and damage type you exhalate. When you use your breath weapon, each creature in the area of the exhalation must make a dexterity saving throw. DC for the saving throw equals 8 plus your constitution modifier, plus your proficiency bonus. The creature takes 2d6 lightning damage on a failed save and half as much damage on a successful one.
So basically what we're going to do is you'll just roll damage and then place your measured template, and then we'll just do damage.
Word.
Six. That's 2d6. That's the worst possible thing. All right, but that's okay. These guys are kind of squishy. So you hit this guy, and he basically. So what does it look like? As I'm kind of adjusting everybody's health values here.
I'm gonna run up down the stock, and as I'm running, I'm gonna like rear back my head and kind of like I'm breathing in, and then all of a sudden like these sparks and shit are gonna start coming from my mouth, and I'm just gonna let out this like large shout, and it's just gonna be like a lightning blast going.
Nice. So yeah, you blast the lightning, and it hits this dude right in front of you, and this other guy that you could see, and then this dude at the back, it actually cracks off and arcs up to this guy here. So like you can now basically ascertain that there's a third guy in this direction.
Nice. Fucking shitty roll, but cool action.
Alright. Let me get rid of this thing here. There we go. Perfect. Alright. What else do you do?
That is it.
Alright, next. It's gonna be this guy here. None too happy with what just happened. So he is going to strength roll you, and he needs to make me a, what did I say earlier, 13 or higher?
Yeah.
He's going to do so at advantage. 19. So he's going to come up to you, Ignotus. He's going to grab you by the legs. He's going to fucking jerk you underwater. You are now underwater.
Wait, let me use my portent.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, we didn't roll your portent for today because we slept. Let's go ahead and roll those now. That is an 11 and a 10.
Alright, I'll use the 11.
All right. So he's grabbing you underwater, and he pulls you in, and all of a sudden, like, all these merfolk and, like, sharks and things start to fucking rip you limb from limb. They're ripping your arms off, they're ripping your legs off, and then you snap out of it, and you're like, that's not how it happened. And then you dodge out of the way. Next is going to be this guy right here. And he's actually going to swim up underneath this dock and hop up. He's going to look at Magmar with angry intent. And this is not a merfolk. This is not the same thing that they're fighting over there. This is something bigger. He's going to take a step toward you, and he's going to start putting pressure on you. He is going to multi-attack you. He's going to make one attack with his bite and one with his claws or spear. So first we're going to do a bite. 10 does not hit. He's going to claw you. That does not hit either. Alright. Next, it is this guy right here. He's going to come up over here. And then this guy, he's gonna dive underwater. He's gonna come over here. And he is going to just chill. Magmar, what do you do?
Magmar is going to go into rage.
Alright. That's gonna sound a little something like this. Magmar's fucking pissed. What does he do?
He's gonna do a reckless attack against the dude straight in front of him. He's gonna be like yelling, and then he's going to wildly like flail his arms backwards.
Hell yeah. Roll me two hand axes at advantage. Is that a crit? A 19 and a 20. You know what that means?
Yeah, that's a 26. Let's go.
Let me get out the D20. Has to be a 17 or higher. Damn it. That's 10.
That's just the first attack.
Alright, roll me a crit damage on that guy. Alright, he takes 12 damage. He is super fucked up. And then you've got one more attack.
I'll do another one straight at him.
Damn, you're rolling good.
Yeah.
Roll me a damage. That's the number you needed. That's crazy. How do you kill this guy?
So I chop his legs off with like one fell swoop, and then I take his fin and I roll it over his face and suffocate him with his own fin.
As you start to do that, there's like a crazy like splashing in the water right here. You see like a shark come up for a second and then go back underwater. And he is dead. Teach him to fuck with you, huh? He came up on you like he was gonna do some shit.
Yeah, and then Magmar will like probably continue to like eat his fin.
Yeah,
Just
you're
'cause
eating.
he's kinda hungry.
You got the good sashimi.
Yeah, right,
Alrighty.
Oh yeah, man, this shit tastes delicious.
Alrighty, next is this guy right here. And he is going to jump up here at Guardian. And then he is going to make an attack at advantage. Multi-attack. He's going to do a bite. He's going to crit Guardian. That's a 20. He hits Guardian for a 7. And then he is going to spear you. 17, does that hit Guardian? I think it does. It does.
AC is 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 again. Wow.
Huh. Interesting.
And then he is going to, like, kind of like scream up into the air. Oh! And then, you're going to start to hear this water churning beside you. And Guardian, it's your turn.
Yeah. So this doesn't look good. I want to use Dark Ice.
All right. On who?
So this is an area effect spell.
Oh, interesting.
So let me... I'm gonna place it right here. And what the spell does is concentration. Until the spell ends, freezing rain and sleet fall on a 20-foot tall cylinder with a 40-foot radius. The area is heavily obscured and exposed flames in the area are doused. The ground in the area is covered with slick ice, making it difficult terrain. When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, it falls prone.
Here's the issue with that, though.
Huh.
Is that these guys are underwater.
Yeah, wouldn't it freeze the water?
It may freeze the top of it, but that just means they'd have to go around it.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? It's not like they'd slip on the water that they're in, the ice that they're underneath. You know what I mean?
Just bonk their head.
Yeah, they would bonk their head. It would be kind of
Yeah,
funny.
but if we freeze the water and it's dark ice, I could look through it and see where they're at.
That is a good idea. That is totally feasible within the realms of physics.
Yep.
All right. That's perfect. So what does that look like when you do it?
So I raise my hands and some storm clouds start coming by and sleet and rain starts falling. And a sheet of ice starts to form over the water.
All right, and it is so, and this is what you see. So you start to look down, and it's like almost kind of like looking through like a one-way mirror. You know, one of them things that, like you can see through it, but you can't see through the other side.
Yeah.
And you see another merfolk, a big ass fucking shark, and then this guy is revealed, and this guy is revealed.
Damn. I got 4 on me, what the hell?
All right, what else do you do?
I think we need to run. I think there's too
Or at
many.
least get to land.
Yeah. So I'm gonna risk the opportunity attacks. And I'm gonna move. We're gonna move 30 feet.
All
Yeah.
right, here's. I just dropped my vape. Hang on.
Ooh, there's blue.
I'm gonna move.
All right. So here's the deal.
Yeah.
If you do that, you're gonna basically eat an attack from 4 of these guys. Are you ready for that?
Yeah. I don't think they're gonna break through my armor class.
But they're all going to be an advantage.
Let's see what happens.
We'll see
You
what
got
happens.
it,
All right.
Guardian.
All right, so
Believe in
here's
you.
what happens. This guy makes an attack with a spear. 17 hits.
Fine.
We'll roll a damage. 1 damage.
He hits me in my
Nice.
toe.
All right. This guy's going to make an attack at advantage. 12 does not hit. The shark is going to make an attack. 8 does not hit. This guy is going to make 2 attacks at advantage. He's going to go for a bite. 19 hits. 2 damage. 20 hits. 2 damage. You take 4 more damage. So you are fucked up, but you're getting out of there.
Alright, so I'm not done yet. I want to use. Where's it at? Respect of the Wolf.
All right. So you give him one of these. There you go. I pressed the button.
Yeah. I give him one of those, and then I cast Well of Radiance.
All right. So you throw down your well, your panic
Right.
well. Actually, you're very well-timed well.
Base. And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to summon my spiritual weapon. Where's that? There it is.
All right. So in a big flash, your spiritual weapon flies up, and he is. Where do you want to go?
I want to put him as close to this guy as possible.
Right there.
Yep.
Would you rather be on the other side?
No, that's fine.
All right, cool. And let me put him in the battle. And then we'll give him... That's perfect. He's right next to you. So do you want him to make an attack?
Yes.
All right. So he's going to make an attack on that sucker. A 9. Does that hit? It does not. Big
Okay.
swing and a miss.
Alright, it's hard to aim
Alright.
from so far away.
Next, it is going to be this guy. And he is going to roll up. You kind of see him going through the black ice right here. Briefly, kind of like where my cursor is. And then it's going to be this guy's turn. And he's going to make an attack on Ignotus at advantage. With a spear. Alright, 21 hits. Full damage. 2 damage. So he basically like bursts up out of the water. And he is going to try to get you with one of these. And you're going to take 2 little damages.
Is there a reason you want concentration?
Oh. Why is it asking for concentration? I don't think you're concentrating on anything right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Weird. Oh, it's the invisibility from earlier.
Mm.
I'll turn it off. There we go. All right. Next, it is going to be this shark here, and he is gonna try his best to come and take us. Like almost kind of like beach himself a little bit, just to get another stab at Guardian. Like jump up out of the water, take a chomp at you.
That at disadvantage.
15 does not hit. Yeah. So he does not hit, and we are back at the top of the order. Next is going to be this guy right here. He's going to swim over and get a better swing on Ignotus here. He's going to try to keep stabbing at you at advantage.
Oh.
And beep, beep, boop. I can't
wanna-
see.
I want to use shield.
All right.
Shield.
Perfect.
My armor is 15, right?
Yeah. So if you bust shield, he's definitely not going to hit you.
Yeah, it's like +5, I think, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Let me cast
Alright.
it just for aware. Word. Alright.
Alrighty. This guy right here is going to swim up. He's actually going to start trying to get on the land a little bit. He's going to move 5 feet on the land, and he looks like he's looking at Magmar, but like this dude does not look like he's well acclimated to this terrain at all. Like he's having a hard time maintaining himself here. All of a sudden, this guard right here, he's going to bust up, and he's going to say, "For king and country!" And he's going to stab this fucking dude with a spear. And it's going to hit him. And he is going to do 5 damage. So this guy is rather fucked up. Next. It is this guy right here. And he is going to start coming up here. Ignotus, you start to feel like the boat start to like violently shake. Make me a dexterity saving throw. You need to roll me a 13 or higher.
You know what you were doing when you told me to move up a little bit. Oh, if you
Honestly,
move up
I
a little
didn't.
bit, you might be able to see more people.
I actually did mean that at the time. I wasn't even thinking about this.
You wanted a disadvantage, or you say no?
You know what? Because I did tell you to. You know what? I did tell you to get on the boat. I'm not gonna do that. I just realized how fucked up that is. I'm not gonna do that because yeah, that totally was my idea, and I was not thinking about that. I kind of forgot. I lost the plot. Instead, what's gonna happen is he's actually gonna start coming over here. Like something weird is up with this shark. You can kind of see him underneath the black eyes right here. He's actually kind of fucked up a little bit. Magmar, can you make me a intelligence check? Or actually, yeah, Magmar, you're the guy that killed this dude.
Chalmers? Intelligence check, is that?
Yes, sir. It needs to be a 10 or higher. That's so fucking funny.
Damn.
All right.
You stupid, Magmar.
Listen.
Yeah, so you killed this dude in front of you, and you're like, yeah, and that's just about it.
Yeah, it's just, I'm in blind rage, man. Look, what? Everybody's all like, "Oh, Magmar, be smart. Oh, Magmar, kill everybody." Like, listen, if I'm out here like murdering folks, like I'm not asking for information. Like,
Right. So Glimmer is gonna fly up to Guardian. He's gonna go, Guardian, you're really fucking hit, man. That was a really ambitious retreat. I'm gonna give you some of these.
Thanks, homie.
Nice.
All right, you're gonna get 8 health back, so you're back at a comfortable 20. All right, next is gonna be this guy right here, and he is gonna try to kind of hop up. He's gonna first of all, he's gonna go yeah, he's just gonna go over here. He can't quite reach you. Next, it is gonna be this shark right here. He's gonna make a chop at Guardian. I think I might have fucked up the shark rotation.
I think he already made it. Didn't he do a chop with me already?
Yeah, he did. Yep, you're right. So I got these 2 sharks mixed up. This shark is gonna go later. Yep, that's exactly what I've done. Somehow I got these 2 sharks confused. All these fucking sharks look the same.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Wow. already.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So this shark here, he's gonna just keep on flying away. All right. Ignotus, you're
Wait,
up.
he's flying?
You know what I mean? Flying. Really, if isn't swimming just flying underwater?
I was just making sure we weren't missing anything. It was Magmar's intelligence roll. I don't know.
Yeah. Will I get attacked if I run away?
Yeah.
By
By-
these three or just
By
one?
three of those dudes.
Come on, man. I
Yeah,
just
you
had
can
to
do
be
it.
cool with my lightning breath. All right, yeah, I'm gonna try.
There are ways that you could have a better shot though.
Like what?
Like perhaps you could make some kind of illusion, some kind of prestidigitation, some
I
kind
wanted
of thing to
shoot some
distract
magic
them.
missiles as I was running away, though.
I mean, don't let me stop you from doing whatever you want to do. But oh yeah, those are all actions, aren't they?
Yeah.
You do have respect of the wolf.
Ooh, I do have respect for you.
The best ability in the whole game that nobody ever uses but Kyle.
Well, I just changed it.
How
I
dare
just
you.
changed it. All right, yeah, I'm gonna use prestidigitation.
All right,
And,
what are you gonna prestidigitate for us?
I am going to make a big splash in the water, like a cannonball or something, hit like right in front of me.
All right.
Gonna splash and confuse these fucking mermen. I'm gonna run away.
All right, so now what's going to happen is only one of them is going to make an attack on you, and it's going to be at disadvantage.
That's fair.
He does not hit you at all. That's a crit fail.
That's a fucking horrible goal.
He accidentally stabs his buddy, come to think of it, for 1 damage.
Nice.
Right.
I'm gonna go right here, and I'm gonna shoot some magic. Oh well, hold on. I gotta use respectable.
Yeah,
Where-
so you hit your respect of the wolf, and it sounds a little something like... Where's the button? There it is.
No.
It won't let me use it, so I mean, I guess we know.
Okay, so we're going to do...
Oh well, I've clicked it many times.
Oh yeah, no, you're good.
The chat.
Yeah, it just pops it up in chat.
That much is clear.
All right, roll me some magic missile. You get 4 of them because you leveled up.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot at all 3 of those fuckers that are in front of me, and we're just gonna start with the top one. And then if we kill him, we'll move on to the bottom one.
All right, roll me a hit. 5. That one fucks him up. That one kills him.
Hell yeah.
That one fucks him up. You get 1 more.
Oh, I get 1 more. Shit, my bad.
Yeah, because you leveled up.
Yeah.
That one kills him.
Nice.
Dang.
Let's go.
So you hear... So you charge up your magic missiles, and it goes like... That's kind of a quiet sound. Let me turn it up. There we go. And it hits both of these dudes right here, and they just start going... And they go underwater, and they die.
Actually, I want my magic missiles to go into the water. And alright, so there's 2 per merman,
Uh-huh.
and they're gonna spin around the merman in the water and create. It's gonna boil the water around them because
Oh, that's fucking sick.
It's gonna boil them alive.
All right, and then they all boil, and then they fall underwater, and then they start floating back up to the surface, and it's like cooked meat on a platter. It actually looks pretty tasty.
That's it. That's all I got.
All right, he's dead. He's dead. This merfolk right here, he's gonna come over here and bust up out of the water on this guard. Start making an attack at advantage. 19 hits damage. 2. Man, these guys don't hit for shit. So this guard, he gets wounded. So like he busts up out of the water, and he stabs him with a spear. And he's like, "Oh fuck!" And that is his turn. Next, it is this merfolk right here, and he's gonna swim up underneath the dock. And he is gonna bust up out of the water. Oop, not the shark. And he's gonna start preparing to get down and dirty with Guardian here. He just can't move any further. Magmar, you're up.
I'm not quite sure who I should be attacking at this point. 'Cause
It's chaos all over the place.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Who is alive, I think would be a better question.
So this guard is currently fighting 2 merfolk over here. This dude's dead. There's a shark and 2 merfolk going up to Guardian with one of these larger guys behind him. There's 2 dead merfolk here, and then there's a mystery guy somewhere.
The mystery. So, Magmar will move to here. Like,
Uh-oh, you may not be able to... There you go.
Yeah.
There. All right.
And so Magmar is going to do like a unreasonably choreographed kind of attack on them. He will have he was doing like some cartwheels over there and like jumped across this guard's like hat and kind of like tapped it, but he didn't know, like on like David Blaine in a way.
Yeah.
So Magmar will then attack the critter in front of him.
Right.
Which is what Magmar would say.
He's like, I'm gonna get that critter.
Yeah.
And hit him right in his critterus.
Yeah. There we go. Am I at an advantage or just normal?
Yeah, this will be an advantage because you're flanking with the guard. 8. All right, and you're hitting this one right here directly to his right? To the east of him?
Yep.
All right. That kills him. How does that kill him?
Magmar would use his axes and just chop straight through his lower body, and then as he did, reverberate and do it into like a suplex.
Oh, nice. So yeah, you cut him across the belly, and all of his like weird fish, like blue and green guts come spilling out. He's like, "Blah, blah, blah, blah," and then you like take him and you suplex him over your top of your back, and he is dead as fuck. And you still have one more melee attack and one more dude in front of you.
That is good.
20 hits. Roll me a damage. 8 damage. All right, that thing is super fucked up. Not quite dead though. All right.
Well, and Magmar would be like, how did you guys get into hey, how you guys get into melee like this hour? Like, what
Are you
we
rushing
gonna
us,
do
bro?
right here? Yeah, your mother was. I remember her.
He just looks at you and goes,
And then I put my butt cheeks on his face and rip out the worst poop. The worst part in the whole world. And he does.
He's not quite dead, but he does not enjoy that smell at all. All right. Is that your turn?
Yes.
All right, perfect. This guy right here is going to first jump into the water, provoking an opportunity attack from the sword. He's to get a 12 or higher to hit. He hits 2 damage on this guy as he leaps into the water. And he is going to swim up here and then pop out on Guardian. He's going to make an attack at disadvantage on you, 2 of them. He's going to go for the bite, doesn't hit, and the claw. That does hit. Did I not do that right?
No, you did it right.
I think I did that.
No, it's right. It says 2d.
Oh, he just rolled well.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
it's crazy.
I never get to do damage to you, so this is actually a big deal for me. All right.
About the healing.
I think we probably should have done this earlier too, but I didn't think about it. Make me a DC 10 Constitution saving throw to see if the black eyes remains up. I think it's kind of a moot concentration at this point, but yeah, that's exactly what you needed. 8 plus 2. All right, so the black ice remains up. Next is Guardian. What do you do?
I want my 2d6 healing.
You get 2d6 healing. First and foremost, I'm gonna get you that 2d6 coming right up. That's a 4.
Nice.
And next one is a 2.
Sweet.
Not the best, but not the worst.
50%. It's like an F.
Oh, whoa, that's too much. There we go. All right.
Alright, so first of all, I want to go ahead and bring my sword to right here
Uh-huh.
and backstab this fella right here.
Alrighty. You'll do so at advantage, Mr. Sword. 18 hits. 8 damage. Kills. So yeah, this sword just kind of goes up and it does like a cool like Halo Reach assassination on the guy. It like stabs him up through the heart and it goes like up into the air and he goes and he like pulls out and like kind of stands at attention and then the merfolk falls dead.
Then I'm going to see. I want to use Dark Ice Bolt.
All right.
This shark.
Alrighty.
Oh. $13. That is barely enough to hit the shark. All right, roll me a damage. 18. All right. He is doing a little bit worse for wear here. So he's going to go and have this much health left. There we go. Actually, did my math wrong. There we go. Alrighty. So he takes 18 damage and he starts to like kind of like faintly glow. So like everybody is kind of like telegraphed on this shark's presence. So any attacks made on this shark will be at advantage.
Why is it glowing?
The Dark Ice Bolt. On a hit, the target takes whatever, and the next attack roll made against this target before the end of your next turn has advantage.
Yeah.
Thanks to the mystical dim light glittering on the target. And their movement speed is also halved.
Yep, so he can only move 20 feet. Alright, what else do you do?
I think that's all I can do.
Alright. This guy here, sensing that this fight is not going the way at all that they expected it to go, he's gonna bust up onto this this boat He's gonna go, and then like everyone's gonna turn and look at him and start to go back into the water. So Magmar, make me an attack at advantage, please. Guardian, you make me an attack at advantage.
Just any attack?
Melee. All right, 24 hits. Roll me a damage. 6. All right. So they're all trying to get away, and you stab this dude in the ass as he's trying to jump off. All right, 19 hits, Magmar. Roll me a damage. If you roll me a 3 or higher, this dude in front of you does not escape. All right, he does not escape. He is fucking dead as a doornail. So, just about as fast as it all started, it ends. They all basically jump back into the water, everything that survived the attack. And they kind of go off to go lick their wounds. You actually killed a lot of these dudes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they've got 4 survivors and 2 sharks. Yeah, these guys are fucked up. So they all retreat. And then the docks fall silent.
Beautiful.
Thanks to little bitch.
What? So this guard, he turns and looks at Magmar and he says, "You're a hell of a fighter."
Oh, yeah, my boy. We've been in many a combat situation.
All right, let me get rid of all these measure templates. And Guardian, I suppose you would be back at full health, wouldn't you?
With the well? Yeah.
Yeah, with the well. So you get your 31. Boom.
Oh,
All right.
Magmar would also say, but the real champion of today is my friend Ignotus. Ignotus him.
Why, you're too kind. Magmar.
What?
What?
No, Magmar was trying to put some glory on Ignotus. Is what
Oh,
he was
word.
trying to do.
Oh,
You
Magmar.
did get a double
Out
kill.
of the way.
I did boil them alive.
It's true. And Tony Harrison kind of peeks up and he says, you must be some kind of powerful wizard.
Yeah, I see you don't know any spells, Tony. You didn't do shit during that battle.
Oh, how dare you! This is an outrage! I'll have you know that I know 3 spells.
Oh yeah, what spells, Tony?
That's a good question. Let me look.
Kyle, did you see any of Tony?
No. I heard Tony.
Oh, that's one for the VOD. You're gonna want to watch that.
Was it on the VOD? Or did I have to click
It
into
will. No, I mean like it. You'll see it if you rewatch this episode.
Okay.
But
This,
who
oh,
would?
actually, dude, I actually rewatch these at work sometimes when I've got nothing else to watch. I'm just like, I need to recap. I need to remember what's going on in this shit.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Listen, man, this is great content, and usually we're sponsored. Okay.
So what spells does Tony know?
Says, wouldn't you like to know?
I would like to know, Tony. We're gonna be traveling together.
Well, I can cast Mass Heal. I can cast Globe of Invulnerability, and I can cast Resurrection.
You can
So
cast
what's your
resurrection?
beef? What's your problem with me? How dare you?
No problem, Tony. We're cool, Tony.
I swear to God, this prick fucks up. I'm gonna ditch him.
I wanna walk over to Guardian and just be like, I wanna say, hey, check this motherfucker out. And I'm gonna turn around.
In Guardian, you see you turn around and you see this little character in a papoose on Ignotus's back.
Whoa! How? Why do we have this guy, fellas? What's going on?
I've been tasked with delivering him to the king.
Oh,
That's
why does
right.
the king need him?
I'm a unique thinker.
He's a strategist, apparently.
A strategist. He didn't really help out during the fight, did he?
Well,
And he's supposed to
let's
tell
give
us, like-
Tony a break.
Okay.
I was there the whole time.
You weren't telling us
He
what
was,
to do, Tony.
Well, you looked like you had it under control. What do you want from me?
I don't know.
Am I supposed to? Well, am I supposed to tell you to tie your shoes in the morning too?
I mean, could. Be nice to remember.
This is an outrage. Who are these slags they put me with? Finkelbeak, get back here! Who have you? Who audacity fellas have you slagged me with, boy?
I'm just gonna stuff him into the bag.
Oh, this is an outrage. I feel a bit sick.
Fucking Tony.
All right, fellas.
Magmar would kind of just be like, hey, this guy that I knew, yeah, old Tony, you know, I knew I could find a way into the city. But Tony, you guys just, you attacked him. Like, he was my contact on the inside. Like, and you just bunch of jerks. Like, if you ever, I tell you what, you ever attack Magmar in that way, which you didn't know, you wouldn't know. I mean, you cabbage, you muff. But you know, with Magmar here, like, I got contacts around the city. Like,
Magmar, are you okay? What's wrong with your voice?
You attack my friend.
Are you talking to Tony?
What are you talking about?
Are you talking to Tony?
Tony pops up and he says, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. What happened?
Nah, I hate that head. And I, like, smack him in the face.
This is an outrage. How dare you?
Don't damage the goods, man. I still have to deliver this guy.
I'll have you know that I've got a soft spot. You could have killed me.
Alright, I think Tony knows resurrection, and therefore he's valuable to the group. So maybe we should just accept him.
Yeah, you listen to Tony talking, like, man, he knows some emergency spells for some reason.
Alright, you guys think we should go back to Fiddlefinger and check out
we should tell the people that it's safe. Probably.
Yeah, so like everybody kind of like is coming out of the woodworks now. Like these dock workers are all kind of like coming out and seeing what happened. They're seeing like all these merfolk all over the place with their like fucking purple blood kind of like staining the docks and everything. They're like, man, this is the second one of these this month.
The second one?
Yeah.
Tell
yeah,
us
the
about
merfolk
it.
have been. Well, it's you know, it's summertime, and every time it gets hot outside, the merfolk start to come up here for raids every so often. They're never usually very successful, but I mean, you know, they caught 2 people this time, it seems.
Seems It seems pretty bad. Where do they come from? Why do they raid?
I've never asked them.
No one. I mean, this happens every summer, and no one sent out a scouting party or anything like that to stop it.
Well, I mean, sometimes the people who are in charge of things just they have better things to go and send the Navy to go do. That's about it.
Isn't this like a?
I mean,
station though. Isn't like commerce important here?
so like you're in the lower docks right now. This is like the shitterest part of like the docks. So like really, no. I mean like if there's not like a warehouse that is like specifically for like inland like the island shipping company, then they're not going to spend a lot of resources. You know what I mean?
I say, fellas, we go get Fiddlefinger and Kenzo, and the people in the bag of holding, and we go commandeer one of these boats and take care of the merfolk.
That's an ambitious idea.
It is an ambitious idea. Glimmer says, well, I really like that idea, Guardian, but we may want to find out some more about them first. I mean, if we just set off onto the ocean, we might get killed by something worse than merfolk.
I mean, but Tony has resurrection, right? We'll be fine.
Yeah, if you want to get resurrected in the guts of a monster.
It's fine. I got a sword.
It's a good point. No, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm just saying maybe we should get some more information before we just go for a swim.
You suggest getting the information from Glimmer?
Well, I think that the library would be probably a really good place to start. Because, I mean, it's like between you and me, I'm going to be really honest with you. I want to get rid of Tony Harrison as quickly as possible.
Why? What's wrong with Tony?
Have you had it? I've only just been kind of listening to these conversations. I cannot imagine talking to that guy.
I mean, he's fine. He knows some spells. He's useful.
Yeah, I mean he is. But...
And we have him in the party, and we don't want to give him to the king yet, so we don't want to see the king, and we could use him.
Yeah, Glenn, you're
true.
just jealous.
He's like, oh yeah, no, I'm totally jealous. And then like Tony Harrison pops out and he says, "Oh no, you're jealous of me, little robot man. It's all right. You wouldn't be the first one. You won't be the last." Glimmer kind of goes like,
"All right, Glimmer."
All right, I think it's been a good session, boys. Do we want to keep going, or do we want to pack it in for the evening?
I wanna get like a slimy component from one of these merfolk. And just, I don't know, like take off one of his limbs or some shit and take it to Johnny Fiddlefinger because he's always doing weird shit like that.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so you grab you want to make it gross? You want to just rip one of these things' dicks off? One of these things like weird fish dicks?
Yes, exactly.
You like fish sticks?
Yeah, that's perfect. And
it's like, hey,
I just
Johnny
want to
Cash.
run up to him and just throw it right in his face.
Hey, Johnny
Put this in your
Cash, I
bag,
heard you
dude.
were a gay fish. I brought you some fish dicks.
Yeah, it's perfect. I love it.
All right, y'all. Well, this has been a fun little session with just the four of us. We
Just
can
the
make
four
it if
of
we
us.
try. Just the four of us.
What was up
You
with
and
the shark?
you and you and I. So the deal is with these sharks, they have telepathic connections with the big guys. They use them as attack dogs. Like if you look at these guys' player sheets, they're called Sauhagin, and they've got something called shark telepathy. The Sauhagin can magically command any shark within 120 feet of it using limited telepathy.
I'm glad you can speak Korean.
Alrighty.
All right, friends.